It was quite straightforward to drill the holes for the fixings, so I managed to just go straight through the structural insulation into the wall at the required depth, and then here I've got the adhesive which I've applied. Now on this side, given the tests that I did, as much coverage over the material is better. The issue with the cut side here is more gaps and undulations, so I've gone for a bit of a normal kind of dot and dab, whatever you call it, to pick up that. But on the flat side here, where the insulation is completely flat against the block, because it is it's not a cut side, I've got a continuous amount of insulation of the adhesive, so it will completely bond the area. Here I do have the drill holes, and I've put into each hole just a little bit of the airtightness paint to help that along. It's not going to be the full airtightness layer, that'll have to be more internal, but helps that along, I guess. So I'm going to put this in place now, and then fix it. First section fixed. As soon as I applied it, you could tell the bond was acting already, so, and very firmly in place now. I have the next section to do. I've already drilled the holes, so that would be straightforward. And then I've got the other side. So this is the good side, as in facing the door. So what I can improve on is well, the mess. Hopefully that it's not a problem on the sill. This isn't going to be a face anyway, so some tidying up there to do. It's mostly in line, except for this bit here. It's out by a few millimeters. It's not going to be a big problem. I need to have, this is the roof opening here, so for this window it's 56, so 56 it needs to be, plus and minus a few millimeters. That's about a millimeter or two. I was actually thinking of putting that fixing in there, but it's not really for drawing the pieces together. It's mainly about holding in place. Right, okay, so finish that bit. The other bit I kind of missed out was the final piece is in line, but I had some assumptions about the spacing, which I forgot to do there. So this is going to have a little bit more of a space. So that's something to bear in mind for that side. So when I do this side, keep the area clean, take into account the spacing at the bottom, and well, try and get the roof opening as aligned as possible. Yeah, I think that was the learnings from doing it on this side. So restart that again after lunch. The other side of the internal jambs prepped and ready, holes drilled, and the piece here, that's the underside, that's the side to the external jambs, and that's the side to the wall, ready to put in place. Both sides all done. now I'm thinking ahead to fixing the jambs and how I can help that process. So here I've got this little jig thing which sits above the overlapping the mullions, and I'm using that to place the mullion there. You can already see some of the mullions are overlapping and they're not fitting in within the jig, which is exactly the shape that the mullions should fit in. So I have some trimming there. But yeah, I think those little jigs will be useful for setting out these. Still also deciding on getting a laser to help with the plumb. But yeah, thinking ahead to that now. That's the Jambs complete.